Hello.
Well, hello there.
Hello, my sister.
Welcome to American Classic Theater.
Oh, Jesus. That sounded kind of nice, though. Or also, welcome to Murder with My Sister.
I'm Marie.
I'm Lisa. And we don't
Yeah.
always sound so nice.
No, I don't. No,
Not
I don't.
always. What
It
What are you...
was a crazy day.
For both of us, you go first.
It has been a hot minute
Mm-hmm.
since I have had so many, I'm just going to say ridiculous phone calls from patients
About buttholes?
about all the things.
Mm.
But let
Mm.
me tell you,
Tell me.
the most ridiculous ones, and I'm sorry if this offends, were the phone calls that literally should have been a 45-minute office visit, and they just got me on the fucking phone and I couldn't get away.
I love it when people do that. It's a phone
We're
hostage.
talking to the mothers of 20-plus-year-old people. And the
Yes.
24-year-old's mother actually
Yes.
referred to the patient as my kiddo.
Oh.
He's 24, living in another state, completely independent of this person who will not just let him go.
Like,
Can I tell you?
let him go as in die? Or let him
As
go as
in,
in
let
cut
him
the
be
umbilical cord?
his person. He's his own person. So, very shocking for some
Mhm,
people to understand the concept, but
mhm.
we don't have children so that we can control their every life and moment for the rest of their lives. You
Speak for
have
yourself.
children
Oh,
so that they can grow up to be lovely people independent of you who have their own
I
lives.
didn't get that memo.
That's the memo.
I had kids so that I would have house bitches.
No. Let
Yes.
them go.
No, I think I had them at the exact right
Ugh.
time so that I never have to worry about them leaving. I can because right about the time they're ready to spread their wings and fly, I'm gonna need care. I'll need round the clock care, so then they're just gonna stay. So I'm good.
Madness. I was like,
So
wow. Anyway.
coincidentally, I had a project at work that has been weighing on my mind, and it had a completion date of this coming up Monday because it's
Ooh,
for
I
an
love a
event that I'm
deadline.
hosting at work this coming up Thursday and Friday.
Okay.
And I finished it today
Good
at
for
around
you.
2 o'clock, and not without the help. I know he doesn't listen to this podcast, but my friend Andrew at work helped me,
Mhm.
and I wanted to, like, I would never, ever, ever have been able to get this done without him. So I know people that listen
Mhm.
that work with us, and
Mhm.
so they'll know that Andrew was legit the fucking reason that this got done.
Good job.
But I'm gonna
Yeah.
segue into the stress that has been lifted off my shoulders and
Isn't
show
it
you.
amazing? It's
It
an
is.
amazing
I'm
feeling.
gonna show you the bottle of vodka that I have today.
Whoa.
It's the biggie.
It's like
Mhm.
2 liters.
It is,
She's like
and
half a gallon.
I'm gonna mix it in my glass. Blub, 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 blub. And do you know what I'm gonna drink it with today?
What?
Tang.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I got some Tang for the kids, and I was like,
Why? Ugh.
to see if they like it.
Yeah, it's just sugar. They don't need it.
Don't. They do. They
No,
need
they don't.
something delightful. Anyways, I decided to have myself a glass of Tang, and I was
Mm,
like, "God damn it, that's good." It brought back all of the positive memories from childhood,
I love
one
it.
of the one of them that I have. So I was like, I wonder if I can mix some vodka and some Tang." And
Mhm.
here it is.
And there it is.
And I'm gonna try it for the first time in my life. I've never
I
done this
love
before.
we
I've
were
never
just
had vodka and
talking
Tang.
we were talking about how like environmental things can cause us so many problems and whatever. Like I'm seeing such crazy cancers in people that aren't even fucking 40 years old. It's
Don't blame
ridiculous.
it on my Tang.
It's all that. But I was like, yeah, my sister, when she was trying to get pregnant, I remember she went nuts and got rid of everything plastic and
Oh,
fake in her house.
God.
And it went like full circle. She's right back where she started.
It's the level of crazy that you go through with IVF when
Mhm,
and you know what is that stupid book that I read? Not stupid, great book, not great. Called It Starts with the Egg. So
mhm.
basically, it's all your fault. You can't get pregnant. Not really, but that's how I took
That's
it.
not good.
And they tell you all the things that you do to yourself and all the things like I told you, Dr. Miller told me in 10 years, 15 years, everyone will need some sort of help with having babies because we're just destroying ourselves environmentally.
Mhm,
Anyways, that Tang was
mhm.
good with my vodka. It tasted great.
So
I
I just have a boring old orange juice, pineapple juice, grenadine, and Malibu.
I think that's called something, a tequila sunrise? Nope,
I
it's
call it
called
a
some
I call it a Mai Tai, but
yeah, you
it's
do.
technically it's supposed to have light rum and dark rum, and I don't really like the dark rum, so I just add the light rum.
The dark rum is what gives you hair in your asshole. So you gotta be ready for it. So let me tell you so that was it. So I had a nice day at work. I feel better going into next week for this big event. And I also did something this week that made me so fucking happy.
Mhm.
And I want to share it with everyone. I started
Okay.
watching Love Story
Love
on
story.
Hulu. The
Oh,
JFK
the
Jr.
JFK one?
and
Mhm.
and is it Carolyn Bessette?
Carolyn Bessette. Mhm.
You know I love the Kennedys, right? Like
Gotta
I
love a Kennedy.
I fucking love them. I love all the way back to history, love them. I don't know why. I don't know why. I just am obsessed with them. And I was like, "Yep, it's time that I take this time for myself," and I fucking love it. I'm gonna you know what, though, they're doing that I'm not I love it, but I don't love it.
Hmm.
They're making me watch one episode and then at a time.
Mm.
Ooh, so I gotta wait the next fucking week for another one to drop, and I don't
Yeah, and
love it, but I do.
I don't have the, like, patience to wait until they're all available and then binge it.
We've gotten spoiled with binging. We have
Mhm.
gotten too fucking spoiled, and now you gotta wait your turn. So thank
Mhm.
you for teaching me patience. Thank you for giving me this beautiful story that I can't wait to see how we all know how it ends, but
Yeah.
anyways, how they make it end. So that was that one. I'm drinking Tang and yeah, that's it.
That's it.
And I'm excited for Vegas. I'm really, really excited for
It's gonna
CrimeCon
be
2026.
it's gonna be fun. I don't know what to expect, and I'm just excited.
I expect to be horrified, shocked. I expect to be happy and starstruck and find my people because they're there, they're out there.
Mhm.
There have to be people out there who cannot get enough of true crime like me, and I'm gonna find them, and I'm gonna meet them, and I'm gonna shake their hands.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Oh, I sent you an email,
Where?
at
Oh, good
murderwithmysister@gmail.com.
God. Did you send me one so I would shut up about the emails?
No,
Is
I
this your
sent
way
it
of
to you.
trying to
It's because we made another milestone on on our
Oh,
plays.
okay. I thought you were trying to get me to shut up because nobody sends us emails. How do other
It's
people get so many emails and we don't get any emails?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Mm.
All right, what did you send me? Do. A milestone.
Mhm.
Stop.
And that's just Spotify. Apple's higher.
Guys, thank you. Can I share?
Yeah, yeah,
2,500 streams and downloads.
on
That's
Spotify.
just Spotify. Fuck.
Yeah,
Everyone, thank you so much. I'll
another
let you in on a
milestone.
little secret.
At least 10 of
500
them
of
are
them are
hers.
me. Some of those are me.
I listen every week just like everyone else listens to every week. It pops up in my feed and I click on it.
Okay, here's why I listen, and I don't know if it's menopause, and I don't know if it's just liquor.
Mm.
Sometimes I can't remember what we did the next week.
Oh.
Like I am sitting here and I'm like, "What did we do last week?" I don't know. I also looked back and saw that I was wearing red lipstick. What was that about?
I don't know, but I wore it this week in your
Yeah,
honor.
you did. Thank you.
Really, really,
Um,
really, 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 really red.
really, 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 really red. So that's why I listen.
Mhm.
That was yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Mhm. So this week,
yeah.
y'all.
Do you have anything you want to tell us aside from your story? You want to share anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I can't think of anything.
Um, Before we get started with this week, can I give a disclaimer?
Yeah.
My sister usually does the heavy lifting with oh god, pretty much everything that we do. And then I'll jump in and copycat her homework and then like add some stuff to it. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. I don't fucking know half the time. But this week she's like, I just don't know if I'm gonna have time to get to the story that we're doing. And I was like, girl, chillax.
Yeah,
I've been working on it all week.
I didn't know that.
I can tell you, you might be able to tell that this one is me. It has it has drops of ADD and ADHD all through
All
it.
over it.
Timeline fucked. There's fucking there's dates in
Well,
here and
let me tell
times, and I was like,
you,
maybe no. I even changed some of them where I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is wrong. I just changed it to I don't even know what's right.
this story boggles my mind. This is a really it's
This one
so
makes me very unhappy.
I feel like this is the
Yeah.
IBS of murder stories. Like it is alternating diarrhea and constipation and just fucking all over the place. I'm like, I don't
It
even know what's happening here. It is nuts.
it doesn't make me happy in a lot of
Yeah,
ways,
it's
which we're
nuts.
gonna tell all of you about.
Yeah.
So,
So,
yeah.
go ahead, introduce it.
So
What are we
this
doing?
is we are telling you the story today of the kidnapping and murder of Holly Bobo.
Mhm.
So here we go already.
Hot, coming in hot.
The sources for this story. So I watched it started with a scream. It's a documentary on Hulu.
Yeah.
I listened to the True Crime Garage episodes 146 and 147.
Yes.
I did some digging around News Channel 5 Nashville,
Okay.
and then the TBI, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation.
Mhm.
Okay, like literally, they got the GBI, they got the CBI, they got the FBI, they got the TBI. Does every state have a BI?
I think they might.
Is that for real a thing?
I think they might. And I'll go you
All
one
right.
better. It messes me up because every time I see the abbreviation TBI in my medical brain, it means traumatic brain injury.
Oh
So
no!
I keep seeing it and in my head I'm like, no, 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 it's different. This is different. Different acronym. So I'll see it in
Oh
people's medical
no!
history and I'm like, whatever.
Oh,
But yeah.
okay.
So anyway.
So yeah, I I don't know which of us put this on there or if we both did. Maybe I did.
Hmm.
I remember hearing it started with a scream,
Mhm.
and I
You told me about that. I remember you saying Holly Bobo, it started with the scream when we were kind of making up a list of things that we wanted to cover. You told me about it
I
first.
didn't actually watch it when I put it on there.
Oh, okay.
Fuck my life, this is a triggering one.
It's awful.
It's fucking awful.
I'm telling you.
Okay, well, go
Mm.
take us down, take us there, take us there.
Okay.
Okay.
At the time of her disappearance, Holly Bobo was a 20-year-old nursing student at the University of Tennessee in Martin at the Parsons Center in Parsons. It's University of Tennessee. Okay.
Okay.
She lives still at home with her brother and parents in Darden, Tennessee.
Mhm.
Friends described her as shy and sweet. She was the cousin of a country singer whose name is Whitney Duncan, who did a lot of interviews and
Mhm.
things trying to get more awareness out there when all this happened. And in 2017, Whitney Duncan released a song called Better Place in memory of Holly. So on the morning of April 13th, 2011, she woke up at 4:30 in the morning to study for an exam. At 7:30 in the morning, she answered a call from her boyfriend, Drew Scott, who was turkey hunting nearby on his grandmother's property. Holly's parents had left for work by this point. I think I remember her mom saying that she had made her lunch and she
Mhm.
left, she was studying,
Her if I remember correctly, her mom, Karen, right? Is that right?
I
And her
think.
dad, Dana,
Mhm.
were both early risers.
Mhm.
So I think dad was up and out of the house by like 5:30. Mom was
Mm.
up and getting lunch. So this is a house full of early risers. I
Yeah,
don't have a ton in common with that, but it's okay. I don't have to. You do.
I do.
You do.
Her brother Clint was still asleep when mom left the house.
Now that's what I have in common. Mhm. Mhm.
12 minutes after the last cell phone call. 12 minutes, I don't know how they say this. So, like, mom leaves the house, brother's still sleeping. 12 minutes later, Holly makes one last cell phone call. That's on the record.
Mhm.
And then after that point, all calls and texts were incoming and unanswered.
So but you said her mom left at 7:30.
That's what that's what everything I'm
Okay,
reading
and then 12
says.
minutes later, that's the last phone
So
call.
12:42,
Okay,
she makes a
that
phone call.
trends okay, because I think they said that her brother got up around 8, right? Was it around
I
8
think that's
o'clock?
what I remember. Yeah.
Okay, so this morning, this is in 2011, everyone,
Mhm.
so there are cell phones. There is an Amber Alert oh my god, it's
Amber Alert.
Amber Alert. There are things that we have in place to help us prevent and or capture in the event that we can this kind of incident. And what makes this particular case even more fucking diabolical is that there was a witness.
Yeah.
So, a
Yeah.
little bit about Parsons, Tennessee. In 2011, they were in the news for two things. One of them was that there was an F2 tornado that caused massive
Oh.
damage in
Mm.
February. And then just 2
Okay.
months later, unfortunately, there was the kidnapping of Holly. Now,
Oh,
the
jeez.
other thing I want to mention is that Parsons is only 1 hour from our relatives in McKinsey.
Oh, shut up.
No, yeah. So we have family down in Tennessee
Mhm.
that are in McKinsey, and everybody says, "Where's McKinsey?" And I'm like, "You just no one knows it. Like you just don't know it." But for frame of reference for us, it's very, very, very small town, and
Mhm.
Parsons is only an hour. So I'm imagining that this is also a very, very small town.
That I get that impression. They said something
Okay.
about 2,500 people in the whole,
Yes.
technically, town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I did also read that over 1,000 people participated in the initial searches for her. That's like
Half
almost half the population.
half
And
the
I
town
bet
was out.
the other half was probably like little kids or older people that couldn't.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So everybody like
Everybody was
for
out.
me, for my brain, for my heart, every able-bodied person that could participated. That's how I'm looking at this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Shortly after Holly's final phone call ended, a neighbor claims the time frame
Mhm.
that they heard a scream from the Bobo residence.
Mhm.
The neighbor called the mother
Mhm.
to
That makes
tell
sense.
her what he heard, and the mother called Bobo's the neighbor called the mother, and
So it was
then
like so somebody lived at the property and it sounds like they called their mom and they're like, "Hey, I just heard this scream over at the
Oh,
Bobos." And
I'm
then
with
she
you.
was like, "I'm gonna call Karen and see what's going on there." It's like
Okay,
it's almost like what you were just saying. The kids
like the
can't do
phone
it.
chain.
They
Yeah,
have to
yeah, yeah.
call the mom and then they let the parents do it. So
Yeah, yeah,
even
yeah.
back then in
Okay.
2011, they're like,
Oh, it's
I'm
been
not
that
gonna
way for
do
a
this.
while.
I'm gonna let my mom do it."
Okay, so then the neighbor mother
The neighbor
called
mother.
Karen,
Yes.
who was at work.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Clint was awakened because the family dogs were barking, and
Mhm.
he saw Holly outside with a man dressed in camouflage.
Mhm.
It looked like Holly was kneeling down, and he thought that the guy was her boyfriend, Drew Scott.
Mhm.
They looked like they were kneeling down facing each other in the garage and they were talking. Holly sounded upset,
Mhm.
but the guy was the one doing more of the talking, and then she would answer back, but he couldn't actually make out what they were saying.
Mhm.
Just kind of know like they're having a conversation.
Mhm.
The only words he could make out were Holly saying, "No, why?" and he thought they were, like, breaking up. Like, he
Right.
thought that this was Drew and that they were breaking up.
So now here we have yet another example. He calls his mom.
Mhm.
So he gets up, and there is some shit made about this in the documentary. Like, why would you hear somebody arguing and call your mom first? And I'm like, why would you call the police? If you think
Why
it's,
wouldn't you? If
why
you
would you
think
call
it's
the
2 people
police?
breaking up, you wouldn't call
I'm
the
not gonna call. I'm
police.
gonna be like, okay, 911. What's your emergency?
No, I'm
I
gonna
think
be
my
like, "Hey,
Hey,
friend,
yeah,
Lisa's
I'm like,
outside,
guess what?
and
Oh my
she's,
god,
like,
guess what I'm
fighting
looking
with
at?
this she's fighting with the boyfriend mom."
Yes, and then also they're like, he's 25 years old, and they're like,
Mhm.
"Well, he got out of bed and he just, like, didn't do anything." And I'm thinking back to my 25-year-old self.
Yeah,
I would if I heard somebody picture our lives, I would have
yeah,
rolled over and been like, "Shut the fuck up!" And then I would have gone back to fucking bed.
yeah.
That's how that would have gone in our house.
I
So
agree, I agree.
I wish I wish when people would be very angry and they tell these things where they're like, "Oh, it's suspicious that he did this and it's suspicious that he did that." Really
Mm-mm.
truly shut up
Mhm.
and think about what a real thing is that's going on. You just woke up, you hear somebody arguing, you see your sister, and he's like, "Ugh." So he was probably calling the mom to tell on her.
Yeah,
"They
and
woke me up, mom."
and if it had been Victor, Victor would have been like, "Ugh," and put a pillow over his head
Exactly,
and been like,
exactly.
"Ugh," and would have never known what happened. Nothing. We would have got
So
nothing.
now, as you say, at the same time, though, the neighbor mom is calling
Mhm.
Karen, Holly's
Mhm.
mom,
Mhm.
because of the screams that she heard.
Yes.
And mom is aware that there is some shit going on that Clint doesn't know. So what
Mhm.
mom knows and what Clint doesn't is that Drew, the boyfriend, is not there. He is
Yes.
turkey hunting on
He's
grandma's
far away.
property like
He's in
30 minutes
another
or miles
place.
away,
Yeah.
probably in McKinsey. And she's on the phone with Drew. And I think
Mhm.
my favorite thing that I've ever heard in my life for such a tragic story is that she says, "That's not Drew. Go get the gun and shoot him."
I love
And I
it.
was like, "Yes. Yeah, this is how." Now, some people might say this is how the Karens got the name Karen. And
Oh,
I
really?
say, as a
Mm.
mom, fuck yes.
Yeah.
That's not Drew, go get the gun, shoot him. Because as a mom, if you know that there is a man who is not her boyfriend in the
Mhm.
driveway
Mhm.
arguing with your daughter,
Mhm.
yes,
I
she's gonna
agree.
shoot first and ask later.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, poor baby Clint, he's just getting up. He still has sleepies in his eyes, and he says, "You want me to shoot Drew?" Because he doesn't fully comprehend that this isn't him, and Karen hangs up on him. She's already over his bullshit. And
And
all
Drew
of this
Drew is only 24, I think.
yeah,
His frontal lobe is not
is
even
so brand
it's
new.
like
He's working with new equipment that he is no deal he's like, "I don't know how to work this stuff yet." So
I
it's
love it.
I don't wanna make fun, but in my brain, I'm just like, "Poor Clint." Like,
Poor
he's
Clint.
witnessing and also poor Clint, because what he doesn't know at this point is that he is witnessing the abduction of his only sister.
Yeah.
So
Crazy.
that brings us to the 911 call. Karen, is on the phone with 911. She says that
Mhm.
somebody has taken her child. Clint says that he witnessed his sister walking into the woods. This is when
Mhm.
he does get the gun and he goes out
Mhm.
there. They're dressed in camouflage. He runs outside and he sees blood in the driveway.
Hmm.
There is no amount of therapy that I know of that will make this right. I also want to mention that in one of these documentaries, Clint gives a very detailed description of this person down to the type of camouflage they're wearing, i.e.,
Mm.
it's leafy. It's
It's
leafy.
it's
I didn't
leafy.
even I didn't even know there was types of camouflage. I would have been like pink, green, or brown. Like it would like that or white, like snow camo. Like these are the ones that I from TV that I see.
Mhm.
So he's not completely useless. He's doing the best that he can. But there is some shit that was made of him, and he was subjected to all of the inquiries He agreed to a polygraph that he passed with flying colors. And this is why I go back to, sorry, my brain totally left me there for a minute. This is why I go back to, if a loved one that you know is missing or in danger, yes, take
Mhm.
the polygraph. Like, he did it because he didn't have anything to hide. And I know you're not supposed to take it, but I feel like when you know you're gonna pass, even if they try and flip the script and be like, "You failed," I'd be like, "Fuck you, I didn't fucking fail." Is it the tonsil one that they were doing in that one episode we talked about, a
Mm.
verbal lying lie detector? Remember that one?
Yeah, the
A
voice
verbal
stress test or
there it
whatever.
is. Thank you. Thank you. I would be like, "Put that one on there too. I don't give a shit.
Mhm.
Check my pulse. I don't care." So, I would really love to know how you're processing at this point.
So, when I heard this part of it, and then they said that there was blood outside, and
So
Clint
she's injured
says,
at this point. They did something to
well,
injure her.
so here's the thing.
Oh, okay.
'Cause I don't know, right? So, I'm thinking, like, people are always like, "How did they get her to come outside? Like, how was there no struggle? La, 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 la." And then Clint says he woke up because he heard stuff, but he didn't hear, like, someone dragging her out or things like that, right?
Okay.
So, I'm thinking about it in my head, like, what could they have done that she would have willingly left the house to see whatever it was before she was supposedly overcome? She's a nursing student. She's sitting in her house, she's doing her homework and whatever, and
Mhm.
then someone comes up to the window or the door and has a bloody bandage wrapped around their arm and is like, "I need
Mm.
help, I need help. My friend is hurt. I need somebody to help me." And she would not have even blinked and just walked
Here's
out that door, and then it's over.
here's the thing that here's the thing.
I would have done it. If someone walked up to my
You
door, I would have walked outside to see how I could help.
What you just described is something that would have taken a neuron to think of. And what we learn later is that the 4 idiots who were charged in this literally are quoted as saying they couldn't solve a math problem between them. So, there and that was one of the things where they're like, "This isn't they couldn't these dum-dums couldn't do that."
These dum-dums.
So, I just wanna mention that, um, and I also feel like I thought I had read or heard
Justin brought
that
me chocolate.
nice, that they ambushed her to her when she was leaving to go to school.
Okay.
So, now let's talk about this.
Mhm.
Your home, where
Mm.
your home is the safest place, right? It's your
Mhm.
home. It's supposed to be your
Mhm.
safe place.
Mhm.
You're studying for your test. It's just a
Mhm.
normal fucking day.
Mhm.
You go out to your car in your driveway. Did you see the pictures of her house?
Mhm.
Okay, guys, so it's just an average nice home. There's a gate at the end of the driveway.
Mhm.
There is a long driveway that went to the house.
Mhm.
And there, so yes, I'm safe here. It's fucking 8 o'clock in the goddamn morning.
Yep.
You're ambushed at your car, so are people watching you? And this is what I wrote
Yeah.
on there, like, were you being stalked and you didn't know?
I have to assume there was a little bit,
I think so
even if it
too.
wasn't for
I think
very
so
long,
too.
because like you said, if these guys are truly
I
the
think
ones
so
that did
too.
it, they're too dumb. There's no fucking way that they did
There
this
is
meticulously over months, but they're
right.
also too dumb to have had it been such a minute kind of opportunity that they would have gotten away with it. So there was
Okay.
somewhere in the middle. It was
Now
something in the middle.
I'm gonna throw something else at you. This is a small community. We said it. You
Mhm.
just said it a couple paragraphs ago. 2,500 people. Do
Mhm.
you think there's a chance that she knew these people already, like, or of them, because
Maybe.
they were kind of known as as the fucking bunch of idiots?
Yeah, maybe.
So,
Did I ever tell you about this when we lived in Seattle, the person who came to the house?
mm-mm.
So my one brush with what could have been a bad person.
Oh,
So we lived on an old farm. It
right.
was very close to the road. It was one of those things where if someone was building a house nowadays, maybe the road wasn't there when it was built, maybe it was
Uh,
built later, but it was super close to the road.
okay.
So people would park in these kind of like turnoffs, if you would, where you would like
Mm-hmm.
pull over off the side of the
Mm-hmm.
dirt road. So it was a paved highway, but it had like a shoulder that was all dirt and rocks.
Okay.
And they would pull over. just randomly, I would see someone just pulled over talking on their phone, or they would pull over and eat lunch, or like it was weird. I was like, why does everyone pull over here? Isn't there someplace else you need to be? But they did. That little easement where people would pull over was right across the street from like where our driveway was. So the back of the house was there was a front door, but the back of the house was where the cars were parked, like where you would drive up to, and the back door was more the door that you would use
Mhm.
as the front door.
Okay.
Our landlords had this kind of double door situation, almost like French doors that would push out so you could open the doors and just have it open.
Uh-huh.
But the doors themselves were those I hate them, we have them here too. These doors were they're metal doors and the entire center is glass.
I know what you're saying.
I hate it. I hate it. There is nothing secure about these fucking
I
doors.
pray the glass is shatterproof.
Probably no, it's
Okay.
not, but it
All
would
right. Well,
probably be tempered, but it's so flimsy. I fucking
okay.
hate it. But anyway,
Okay.
so that's the kind of back door that we had. I also thought that it was ridiculous that the doors swung outward. So the hinges of the doors were on the outside of the fucking
Oh
house.
God, no.
They literally might have just hung a curtain and it wouldn't have been any more secure. It was so stupid,
Okay.
but whatever. So I had at that time 3 dogs. I had Decoy, I had Dory, and I had Callie, who was a
Mhm.
baby shepherd.
So
So she
2
was not
seniors and a baby.
2 normal dogs and a cuckoo bird
Mhm.
who hadn't quite figured out her role.
Mhm.
Dory was not, as you know, an aggressive dog. She was mistreated and abused and whatever. She was very skittish and shy and all that, right? She would bark, but
Not by
she
my
wasn't
sister. She was a rescue.
she was a rescue,
I
but she was not the dog that would like go after anybody.
right.
Now, Decoy was a rescue. He was pretty fucking chill for all intents and purposes. He didn't bark a lot. He didn't like, do that kind of stuff. He really wasn't a barker. Callie, or yeah, Callie is, but
Maybe not a barker, but that dog tried to sexually molest me the first time I met him.
okay.
He was
To
very
me,
sexually aggressive.
he was chill.
Okay.
So neither here nor there. And
Okay.
then I had the baby puppy.
Mhm.
This person, I was standing in the kitchen. You could see right out those 2 doors to the backyard. And
Mhm.
this person who looked like a hiker, but a little more disheveled,
Mhm.
like walks up, is
Transient.
walking kind of,
Mhm.
walks up the driveway, like literally just walks onto our property, walks up to the driveway, walks past the house, and I'm watching him from the kitchen. He comes around to the back and he walks up. It's like a cement stoop with 2 stairs. He walks up the
Mhm.
cement stoop and he reaches for the doorknob.
Oh, hell no.
And I'm just standing there looking at him, and he starts to say, like, oh, like that face. Decoy, who I have never seen in
My
my
mouth is wide
life,
open.
never, ever, ever be like aggressive, like scary. He may have been an asshole, but he was never scary aggressive. He barked and behaved in such a way that I thought he was the epitome of a security dog.
Oh, thank you
Dory
for that.
barked, right? Then Callie was barking a little bit, but
Mhm.
he gave that person, like, saw him and he right away, hands went up and he's like, oh, 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 and starts backing up off the stoop. I talk through the door. I'm holding Decoy and I'm like, get off my property.
Back up
And
6 feet right now.
he's like, I'm just looking for this trailhead or what. And I'm like,
And he thought he was gonna find it in your fucking living room?
I said,
Through your
get
back door?
off my property. Leave now. And I had my phone in my hand and he left. For all I know, he was up to no good. No one
Oh, my
just comes up and
heart.
tries your door.
Yeah, they do if they're a fucking killer. If they're a no good, trying to get no goodness person.
So
No
in this
gooders.
instance, she's in her home. It's the middle of the day. There's
Oh, we're
no reason
back.
in the world that she would suspect anything out of the ordinary, blah, 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 but it can happen that fast.
So
This was
also,
literally on a Wednesday morning.
what we also remember is that they didn't have a car there. They didn't drive up. Her brother saw
They
her
walked.
walking
Yeah.
into the woods.
Mhm.
So what you're describing they may have had the exact same scenario. Like, we'll pull
There would
over
might
by
have been
the
other
yep,
people. Yeah.
we're over by the side of the road. We'll pull over, go get her, and bring her back here at
Mhm.
gunpoint.
Scary.
Motherfuckers.
Scary. So her cell phone pings show that Holly's cell phone was moving away from her home tower,
Mhm.
heading north.
Mhm.
The cell phone continued north to a wooded area near Interstate 40 where her remains were eventually found. How did they not search that area if the pings ended there? Or was that
They
something that they
did. They
didn't know
searched
till later?
everything. So what I read was that that was when when the police got there and she wasn't there, and the brother said he saw them walking into the woods, that's
Mhm.
when the search started.
Okay.
So they were searching for her, but what we'll learn later, I think, is that she may not have been back there for a couple days.
I see.
Mhm.
After her cell phone stopped moving for 20-30 minutes, it began traveling south again using a different route. The last cell phone ping came from Holly's phone in an area where both the phone and the SIM card were later found, but like separate. So like if
Mhm.
you want to go dark, you don't just turn your phone
Phone
off or
off,
all
you
the
take
things.
out
You
right.
you got to take the card out.
Can you still do that? I hear people say that all the time. They remove the
Yeah.
SIM card, and I'm like,
Yeah.
where? Like, where is it?
On the side of your iPhone, there's
Uh-huh.
a skinny spot
I
with a
see it.
hole at the bottom. If
I
you
see
pop
it.
that out, the SIM card's in there.
Shut the front door.
You
This is
can't
the
you need
button.
like a paper clip or something to poke it
Oh,
out.
because when I hit it's a button, though. It's not. This is that's.
There's
I will do
just
that later. Never
yeah,
mind.
there's a
We're
there
not
is
gonna
there is
sidetrack ourselves right now.
there is a spot.
Okay.
Okay. Clint describes the man as being between 5 foot 10 inches and 6 feet tall, somewhere in the avenue of 180 to 200 pounds, dark hair, kind of sticking out from under a cap
Mhm.
that was long enough to cover his neck and touch his collar, so
Mhm.
longer hair.
Mhm.
Clint said the man was wearing a hat, camouflage clothing from head to toe, and identified the pattern as
Oh,
mossy
see,
oak.
so isn't mossy oak leafy?
I feel like in my head I can see it. I don't know if that's what it's right, but yeah.
That's okay. So leafy might have been my word.
Okay.
He just probably
He
was more accurate.
he described the male voice that he heard as very deep and a low voice.
Mhm.
Extensive searches of the area were conducted after Holly's disappearance, and several items belonging to Holly were found scattered throughout the whole town, including her lunchbox, a receipt with her name on it, a card from her school, her cell phone, the SIM card, which had been removed from the phone.
So
Like,
I believe
just scattering things everywhere.
I believe that I heard maybe on True Crime Garage that her lunchbox had been discovered by one of the people searching near
Mm,
a river, and he was on a
okay.
four-wheeler. I could be wrong about that. Like I said, I have been doing my research on this for a long time.
Good job.
Mhm. So at this point, nothing more was found. Then the TBI and the Marshal Service come in with a suspect
Mhm.
named Terry Britt.
Mhm.
And he denied having anything to do with this, but his interview talks about, like, the way he described it is what he thinks a man would do with someone like a girl like Holly. So in the interview, he's being one of those
Ew.
guys, like, one of those guys who's like, "Well, I can tell you that if somebody saw," like, it's just like, don't tell me what you think someone would do if they had her, because now I'm thinking that it's you.
Ew.
Um, he was also a registered sex offender.
Mhm.
But apparently that doesn't mean a whole lot because they didn't have any reason to hold him, so they just
Hmm.
let him go.
Hmm.
Because you can sexually offend, and,
Nobody cares.
we're gonna go ahead and, "Oops, see you later,"
Yeah.
or
Nobody
not,
cares.
or just
Or
go ahead and go. "Thanks for
whatever.
coming
Noted.
in." Mhm.
Noted. Thanks.
Blood eagle.
Blood eagle. Let me tell you,
Mhm.
Ragnar Lothbrok has crazy eyes
Di
so hard.
Wait,
You told me,
did
and
you
I'm
start
like
watching it?
and he's like,
Did you start watching it?
yeah.
Yeah, I have a whole conversation with his eyes. He's saying one thing, and the conversation going on up here is all different, and I swear to God, it's just to me. It's
He's
like
very
he's like, "Lisa, I know you're watching," and I'm like, "Yes, I am. I know I am. You know I am. I know I am, and now we're together."
it's so fun.
Mhm. It's great. He does have sexy, crazy eyes.
He does.
Now it comes to, a point where I believe that things are not happening.
Yeah,
Okay? There is a big, long time where
yeah,
nothing happens in this
yeah.
case. At this point, we do have a confession from someone named Dylan Adams, which leads to the arrest of the following. This is the intro of the idiots, who were referred to as the A Train.
Oh,
And
dear.
that's because it was 4 men that all had the last names that started with A.
Great.
And there had been rumors that they told people, like, this is how it all started, that, "Oh, if you do this, I'll do to you what I did to Holly." So they were trying to
Mm.
use it as, like, a street cred kinda thing.
Even if they didn't do it,
Yeah.
how fucking dumb
No.
do you have to
Yeah.
be to allude even
Right.
jokingly like, how stupid do you have to be?
Well, let me tell you. Let me go ahead and tell you. One of these
Bam.
men, Shane Austin, allegedly had a deal with the prosecutors that if he could take them to the remains of Holly, that he would get immunity for the charges.
I don't think so.
Well, he did. No, they did. They gave him, but
Okay.
now Dylan is also one of them. Jason Autry and Shane Austin and Zach Adams. These are all the 4 A's. And they think
Adams,
that Zach,
Autry, Austin, and Adams.
yeah, and they think
Mother
Zach
of
is like
God.
the ringleader.
Okay.
So all of them were arrested,
So he has 5 brain cells and the rest of them are sharing 3.
all of them. What
Okay.
they are widely known for is that they're a little gang of drug users and the pushers. So it is widely known that they love themselves some meth. They like to cook it, they like to take it, and they like to sell it. So for all of the aspects of the meth, they're like all of
You
what
don't use your own supply,
they
man.
love to.
Bruh, you
They
don't
love
use your
to.
own supply.
So on top of all of this mething and dealing and doing and
They call it
cooking,
tweaking. They call it tweaking.
they're they're also now getting people to think that they had something to do with this,
Mhm.
which leads to Dylan's confession,
Mhm.
and he's gonna try and have this deal. Then he
Mhm.
gets Shane on board, so now it's Dylan and Shane that are trying to get these immunity deals, um, that help them in all the charges relating to Holly.
It literally sounds like a carnival of idiots all
Mhm.
trying to get it done first.
And here's the thing, I talked about this in another case. I don't know what I feel good about and what I don't.
Mm.
But I know that the prosecutors at the time were probably just like, Tell them whatever you wanna tell them. Get someone to take us there, and then we'll figure it out,"
Okay.
because who knows? And am I okay with that? I don't fucking know.
Hmm.
Shane was given immunity as long as he could lead them to where her body was. This immunity was rescinded because he could not and or would not take the police to where her body was.
Mm.
So that is Shane. There was also maybe some talk that he might have been mentally challenged,
Okay.
but not like me making fun of him, but like for real.
Okay.
And the police records show, they had checked them, that Shane was in contact with Zach many, many times on the day of Holly's disappearance. So
Okay.
as they're piecing these together, this is circumstantial, but they're trying to figure out, did we have a connection here? Now, unfortunately, Shane was found dead in a hotel room in Florida, and it was ruled a suicide. He hung
That's what I
himself.
read.
Yes.
Okay.
His
Maybe.
attorney insists he was innocent of anything to do with Holly, and he committed suicide because the prosecution was putting too much pressure on him. He was buckling under the pressure.
Okay.
Okay, so he's not a pressure player. I'm not making fun.
I gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
Or he was out of meth. I am making fun. Okay. This is where my timeline gets a little
A
little fun
little
because I don't know
crazy.
if it's right. In
Okay.
July of 2014, there are 2 brothers that are also arrested and charged with accessory after the fact. This is Jeff and Mark Percy, who are
Okay.
brothers. What the fuck is my Oh, it's just because the wind. They are arrested because a roommate of theirs in May, so just a couple months before, claims that she was shown a video that they had of Zach, one of the A's, the A idiot, assaulting Holly Bobo, who was tied up and crying. She says in this video that she did not witness him raping her, but that it was Holly. She was tied up and he was beating her. This video has never been located by police, and the brothers deny any truth to it, and that it was a lie by this girl, and all the charges were dropped and they were eventually let go. So I just want to keep Jeff and
That's
Mark
pretty bold of a person, male or
brothers.
female, to be like, "I saw this video and this is what happened," if it didn't happen.
So here's the thing. It is a fucking small town. So when you have this was in the media worldwide, like, okay, United States wide, when
Mhm.
you have that kind of media attention, I don't think there's anything people aren't going to talk about it at that point. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So everybody knows that she's missing.
Mhm.
At this point, it sounds like the four idiots, everybody knows who they are. So I don't know. I mean, is it just her getting even? I don't know. I don't know. But I just wanna put them I wanna put those guys along with that other fucking douchebag, what's his name?
Yeah,
Terry Britt.
he
I just
deserves to
want
go to
all of
prison
these
anyway.
to be on our radars,
Okay.
okay, for the rest of the story.
And then eventually they drop the charges against the brothers because they can't prove anything?
Yes,
Okay. Okay.
affirmative.
September 2014, so 3 years and 6 months later, give
And
or
also,
take?
so September, this would have been 2 months after these
All
2
that.
2 men were arrested. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. But yes, 3 years after she went
Holly's
missing.
Holly's partial remains are found by ginseng hunters in a wooded area in northern Decatur County in Tennessee,
Mm,
just off I-40, nearly 20 miles from Darden. The owner of the property, Gary Tubbs, said people were allowed to come and go as they pleased and hunt there without permission. He didn't have like signs and
mhm,
fences and things
mhm,
up. Larry Stone, one of the men who found the remains, said he saw a large bucket kind of just sitting in the woods.
mhm,
And then beneath the bucket, he found what he thought was a human skull. For some reason, it
mhm.
called to him and he turned it over.
That's what I saw in the documentary was that he's like, normally I wouldn't have gone, but he's like, something kept drawing me back there.
I mean,
And
it's like this thing of civilization and it's just
yeah,
sitting in the woods.
yeah.
It's like,
You know, that might be the most astute. Is that the right word?
mm,
Astute, like,
astute?
way to look at it. It's not of its place.
Yeah,
It's
it's out
out
of
of
place.
place. So
Yeah.
why is it here?
It'd be like walking through the
Our
forest preserve
curiosity,
and
yes.
there's like a
A
suitcase sitting
man-made,
off to the
yes.
side and
Oh,
you're
I'm
like,
opening it. Oh, I am
what are you
opening it
doing
up.
here?
Yes, I am.
And
Yes,
it's
I
a
am.
kill kit from Israel Keys or something.
Motherfucker. Okay.
Once he saw what he thought was a skull, he looked around and then he could see other bones kind of spread around him on
Yeah.
the ground that he is like, "Well, that's not from a turkey."
Mhm.
Investigators were called. They recovered the skull, teeth, several ribs, one shoulder blade, and the skull had a bullet hole in the back of the
Mhm.
skull. They think that the bullet entered the back right side of her head and traveled to the front left side, fracturing her cheekbone when it exited. Um, what I had heard was, I don't know why, but they couldn't do whatever testing they needed to do,
Mhm.
like one
Mhm.
thing to compare to the next thing, like something of hers that they compared to the bones. But they compared the DNA of the skull to Karen, Clint, and
Yes.
I forget the dad's name.
I keep saying Dana, but I don't know if that's right.
It's something like that.
Yeah.
And then the results that came back said that the bones belonged to someone who was the daughter or the child of the two parents, and that it would be the sibling of Clint. And that's how they determined that it was Holly.
It is Dana.
It is Dana.
I fucking
Yeah, it
love
was
that.
something interesting.
I love
Yeah,
that. Okay.
yeah.
So now here it takes is this right? We're going 3 years to go to
3 more
trial?
years to go to trial. I
If
wouldn't be
I
surprised.
No, and I feel like I remember hearing that the judge was getting really tired of all of the, like, messing around, and he's like, "Enough is enough is enough. We're going to fucking trial," and he was just like, "Be ready," and that's it.
Mhm.
I didn't put it in because I feel like I just heard that in passing, or maybe it was I was skimming the internet, so maybe I didn't put it
Maybe.
in. Um, but in September of 2017, there is a trial of Zach Adams. He was the first one that went on trial. He was the ringleader, remember?
They
So he
tried them
was
all individually, not
I'm pretty
not
sure
all
they did.
together.
Yes, well,
Okay.
because the 2 of them had immunity,
Okay.
or well, one of them was dead at this point. Shane is
Yeah.
gone,
Yeah.
and the other one, they rescinded it, but I'm pretty sure he was already in jail for something else. Let's
Okay.
continue. Um, he was being tried for the murder of Holly Bobo, and he was facing the death penalty.
Oh.
Multiple witnesses not connected to the case testified that Zach had threatened that if people messed with him, they would end up like Holly. He alleges now this was him trying to gain street cred because, again, he was a little drug dealer.
He's a fucking
So,
idiot.
mhm.
If
I
people could go to prison for being stupid, he gets a front row seat.
I bet it's full of fucking stupid people. Fucking, I bet it's just teeming with dummies.
Some people think that Terry Britt was the actual person because
Mhm.
of his size, background,
Mhm.
and that and this is that the A team, not
Sorry.
the Z team, couldn't do simple math, let alone hold and keep a person's murderous secret for 3 years. They're like,
No, and that's what so that's when they start talking about, like, all of this extensive stuff, and I'm like, "No, these dum-dums,
dum-dums.
they" but it sounds like it was them.
Yeah, it
Okay.
does. I know.
So
They
Jason
just got
Autry
lucky.
was granted immunity for testifying against Zachary Adams.
Mhm.
So Shane is gone, Jason has immunity, and Zach and Dylan are the 2 that are gonna be on trial, and Zach
Okay.
is the ringleader.
Okay.
Jason testifies that the morning Holly went missing, he went to the Adams trailer to purchase drugs. So
Mhm.
this would be the trailer that Zach, I think one of them are cousins. There's 2 Adamses?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or brothers. I don't
No,
know
I
if
think
they're
they were cousins.
cousins. Okay.
Mhm. So he went there to get purchase his drugs, and when he got there, he said Shane was out and back pacing by a bonfire. He says Zach was walking around the front. He got his drugs. He purchased his drugs. Then he immediately went back to his car to shot them up. He shooted them up.
He shooted them up. Okay.
He placed all of the drugs in his veins. Okay,
Okay.
so that's
Okay. Whatever that is.
whatever means that he took. He lovingly inserted all of the drugs into his veins.
Got it.
Now that that's done and he's starting to mellow out, he's like,
Mhm.
I'm going to go back to the house and see what the fuck is going on here. And this is when Zach tells him, Hey, I need you to help me bury a body. He doesn't run for the hills. He thinks to himself, Yeah, I can do that. I can
Okay,
do that.
wait. If you came to me and said,
Yeah.
"Sis,
Yep.
I need you to help me bury a body,"
You would
I
do it.
would get my shovel and I would get my flashlight and I'd be like, "Okay, what do we need to do?
You don't want to know who it is first?
I love you."
I promise you, they did not have that. That's what I can promise you, is that there was no love there, except that maybe Jason loves his meth,
Lisa,
and he
can I
thinks,
tell you something?
"Please."
You're the Marianne to my Wanda, and I
I
love
don't
you.
fucking know what that means, man.
Marianne and Wanda were the best of friends all through their high school days.
The fuck are you singing, bro?
The Dixie Chicks.
I don't know that
Goodbye,
song.
Earl.
I don't know that song.
You're the
Can
Thelma to
you
my
just thank
Louise.
you. I was literally just gonna say, "Can't you Thelma and Louise me?" I would Here's what I would do. I would
Okay.
hide you, but I'm gonna wanna take a really quick fingerprint of the person that you have under under that blanket
Under the tarp.
because I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna need to know who it is. And then I'm gonna lovingly provide you with all of the psychotic help that you need
Okay.
after we bury said body, and then I go back with the police and dig him up.
Oh, seesaw!
I
You
would
would
help you.
Alexis would help me and would not go to
I
the
will help
police.
you. I would help you.
Whatever.
I will get you out of the country. But first,
Yo hablo español.
I gotta know who that is because that's gonna
Okay.
determine everything else afterwards.
Okay.
Like, if you're
Alright.
vigilanting, if you're doing, like, if you're blood eagling,
If I'm blood eagling.
you call me because I will be there with my pickaxe and my shovels, and we will blood eagle together.
Love it.
Okay.
Alright. Alright.
But not an innocent, sis.
No.
Not an
We only
innocent.
blood eagle the people that deserve it.
Okay. Well, then
Okay.
that's all you had to say. So I
Alright.
guess as your sister, I should know that you wouldn't kill an innocent.
No.
But
Not
you're a
innocent.
Gemini, so sometimes, I
Oh my
mean, could be
god.
road rage. I don't know.
Anyway.
Mhm.
Fine.
Okay. Now here we are, unfortunately, back to the testimony of Jason, who then says now that he's got his high on and he wants to go back and see what's going on. Zach says, "Help me bury this body." He's like, "Hey, I might get a whole lot of drugs out of this." So yes. Dylan was allegedly in the trailer but never came out.
Mm.
Shane was enjoying his time over by the burn barrel. They don't know what he was burning, but he
Good
was
god.
just having a rager of a time out there with that.
Okay.
And he was getting anxious because apparently there was a satellite and or cable guy coming to install like a satellite dish that afternoon. So he needed them to hurry up and get that body out of there.
Of course.
You got to have priorities as long as we're all on that same page.
Drugs and satellite.
You
Got it.
cannot have the cable guy coming during the body burying.
Okay.
He claims, no, this is going back to Jason, claims that they take the truck.
Mhm.
He says, "You drop me off at this church. I'm going to park my car because I don't want my car to be seen. And then I'm going to get in your car, the truck with the body in it, and we're going to go bury it." On the way, now the drugs make him smarter because
Okay.
he's sitting there and he says, "Hey, we don't have shovels or pickaxes." And
Oh
Zach's like,
my god.
"Fuck. Well, we don't want to stop at Home Depot because we're in a
No,
flatbed
Zach
truck."
said, "Fuck, dude. Oh,
"Why didn't you
man.
bring them, bro?"
Fuck."
So they don't want to stop at the hardware store. At this point, Jason
They don't wanna go to
recalls,
the murder aisle.
no,
Okay.
that he once saw a body in a river. The only thing keeping that body afloat was its intestines/guts. They were filled with air and that made it rise.
Oh, no.
This is his testimony. This is what he says on the stand. "So I said we could gut her and throw her
Oh.
in a river and she'll
Oh.
sink, and the water and the wildlife will take care of the rest. The turtles or
Oh,
whatever will
no.
eat her."
Oh,
This
no.
is in court. This is on his testimony on the stand. Her family may have been listening to this. This is how they're talking about somebody's fucking loved one. And now all of you wonder why we're going to bring back blood eagling?
Yeah.
No, I don't wonder. I don't. He's talking about it like it is another day at the office.
No bueno.
So they pull over to an area by the Tennessee River. They get out of the truck. Jason says he helps him move the body over to a place where there's a big pile of riprap. Do you know what that is?
No.
It's the rock that they use to shore up the shoreline, like around ponds.
Oh.
Hmm.
So it's like busted up concrete. It's not real like
For sure.
indigenous stone.
Right. So he notices a small amount of blood in the truck bed. Jason claims at this point that he sees a foot moving and he hears moaning. I know. He
These
tells, this is
motherfuckers.
what he testifies to in court. Quote, "This fucking bitch is still alive. She's heard us talking. She's heard my name." He says, end quote. He says at this point, Zach goes to the back of the car and grabs a pistol, and Jason tells him, "Whoa, not whoa, as because the prosecutor asks, "Did you say whoa as in don't shoot her? Whoa as in something else?" And he's like, "No, no. I said whoa because somebody might hear it, so I wanted to go check first." Whoa, don't shoot her yet. Let me check first. This is the guy that has immunity, sis.
Great.
This is the guy. So this is why I'm saying, help me make sense of this, that one win is better than, because I don't fucking know at this point.
Yeah.
He says that they have the all clear, and he turns back to Zach and says there's no one there, and Zach shoots her right then and there. Like nothing.
Hmm.
Jason claims that the echo from the bullets or from the gun sounds like it's 3 or 4, shots, but it was just
Mhm.
one. But
Mhm.
they feared that somebody might have heard it and then would have found her sooner. So
Mhm.
they load up her body. Jason says at this point he is getting stressed out because he's supposed to have lunch with his girlfriend and she's going to get really mad if he's not there. So
Good
he's got to
God.
be dropped back off at his car. And then that's when Zach takes the body by himself and dumps her in the woods. And this is apparently when she would have been brought back to where she would have been found later. So there were claims during the trial that the idiots went to the Bobo residence that day to teach Clint, the brother, how to cook meth, that he was going to be cooking meth with them.
Hmm.
And that Holly came out and started yelling, and that's why they took her. And there is absolutely zero, and I mean no evidence to support this. This is what I heard the defense tried to say. So I have a real big issue with this because that's a lawyer. Can you just make something up like that, or do you have to? Yeah,
You
you're
can
nodding
just
yes.
make up your
So
theories.
you
You
can
don't have
just
to have
throw a
anything that
brother who is currently still trying to figure out how to deal with what he's got going on, and you're just gonna then accuse him of this.
Mhm.
And that's okay?
Mhm.
Okay, I don't
Apparently,
like
yeah.
that. Okay, I don't
Yeah.
like that. I don't like that at all.
Mhm.
Okay.
So Jason Autry claims that Zach had asked him to kill Dylan, fearing that he was going to be the reason that they got caught.
So
And
Dylan
Dylan
is the
was the
one that
one
confessed, right?
that confessed to
Okay.
everything. Okay.
Okay.
And then Jason says he thought about and even went on a fishing trip with Dylan and thought about killing him.
So I mean, it's just a really hard thing to find good friends at some point. But
Mm,
yes, so Dylan was the one that confessed. Jason is the one that's just helping with everything
mhm.
because he wants like some drugs. And Zach is the one who's ready to take out the whole team.
Okay.
So it's all coming undone.
On September 22nd, 2017, a jury finds Zach Adams guilty on all charges, including first-degree murder, especially aggravated kidnapping, and aggravated rape. On this September 23rd, 2017, he was sentenced to life in prison without parole, 2 consecutive terms of 25 years for both the kidnapping and rape convictions.
Good. Well, what about the murder? Hmm. You notice there's
Life
no
in
period.
prison.
Life. Okay. But okay.
Life in prison without
Here's
parole.
here's a kick in the teeth, and this is why I say it's one of those things where it's a small town. Holly's mother, Karen, taught Zach in the 4th grade.
When he was 9 years old.
So there
That's
is
nuts.
so did they know from that early on that Holly lived with them and that she was beautiful and wouldn't give them the time? Like, is this how far back that goes?
That goes, yeah.
I think those motherfuckers were there that day to take her. I think that there's nothing that brother could have done. I think if they hadn't gotten her that day, they would have gotten her someday.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
January 18th, 2018, John Dylan Adams pleaded guilty to charges of facilitation of first-degree murder, especially aggravated kidnapping. He was sentenced to 15 years for the facilitation of first-degree murder and 35 years for the especially aggravated kidnapping. Those sentences are set to run concurrently, meaning he will serve 35 years without parole. Dylan entered it's an Alfred, Alfred plea.
I remember that from another case, but you're gonna have to
There's been
help
a
me.
few.
Okay,
So
okay.
the Alfred plea is the type of guilty plea in which the defendant does not admit to the actual criminal act, maintains his innocence, but concedes that the prosecutor's case may result in a guilty verdict. So it's
Sis,
like,
isn't this what happened with those 3 boys that were
yeah, the
but
Memphis,
yes, but
and that's how they were able to get out of prison. Even though they were wrongly convicted, they were able to get out of prison by doing this Alfred plea where they were going to be like, okay, for all intents and purposes, everyone thinks we're guilty and we won't say that we're not.
sis, I wanna I wish that I had more time to look, and maybe you can look while I'm talking. I thought Dylan was already out of prison, that something happened with that Alford plea where he was already out of prison. Did you
Well,
hear anything about that?
I did not,
Okay.
but
I did not?
I did not. But that's how they get out of prison is because they do this Alfred plea where they're not saying they're guilty, but they're not going to go out once they're set out, like free and then go like through and talk to newspapers and places and be like, we didn't do it, we didn't do it, we didn't do it. It's weird. It's a way of like making them stay silent. I don't know.
Okay. So, hang on, let me finish pouring my drink right there. 1, 2, 3, just a little bit more. There we go. In 2023, just a couple 3 years ago, this case
Mhm.
revolves around the threes. Zach Adams was trying to get a new trial based on the evidence. Okay, so it was his brother. Fuck. That his brother made up the whole thing and was mentally ill, and now he's ready to tell the truth of what happened. Jason Autry recanted his testimony. So he was the one that testified that had the immunity. He
And he
testified at
just
the
made
first.
up all that
He
horrific
is
stuff is
saying
what
that
he's trying to say?
he's saying, yes, that he's refusing to testify, and that there are claims that he was on a phone call with his mother in prison and said, quote, "They are fucking with me in court, so I'm going to fuck with them in federal court." So is that alluding to the fact that he made that entire story up? That was a very deep, like, if you wanna listen to it, I listened to it. I watched the court proceedings. I feel like it was very detailed for someone to be making it up.
If it
It
was
it
made
was
up, what kind of special monster do you have to be able to say those things in front of that girl's family and put
Mhm.
them through that anguish and not lose a wink of sleep about it? What kind of fucking monster do you need to be? Even if he
Yep.
didn't do anything and it was all, oh my god.
The kind that we will blood eagle.
Blood eagle. There it
Okay,
is.
and I'm not whispering it that this time.
Blood eagle.
Unfortunately, that is the sad and horrible case of the murder of Holly Bobo. So at this point in 2026, there are still people that believe that Terry Britt, the sex offender that we had talked about earlier,
Yeah.
who matches the description more accurately, whatever,
Mhm.
is the
Mhm.
one who they believe is guilty. And there are people today that believe that Zachary Adams is innocent.
Mm.
I remember seeing in the news that he is trying to get a new trial. Here's where my brain goes.
Mm.
As an attorney, do you believe in your heart with everything that you have that this person is innocent? And that's why you're taking this case, or do you take it for the notoriety? Like, you
I
wouldn't do that. You wouldn't be that evil that you would be like, I believe this person is guilty, but I guess, is it a miscarriage of justice? Okay, he should get off because he shouldn't have been convicted because of this, and this. Like, that's not enough for me. That's not enough. You can't just be guilty of this, but you don't like how they were convicted of it.
Yeah. I feel like I don't know what defense attorneys actually think, but I feel like there are people who truly take cases because they know that the person that they're defending is, even though the odds are stacked against them, they believe in their heart that they're not guilty. Okay. I believe that there are some defense attorneys who are like that. Then I
He
believe that
can't
there
have any
are,
money. He can't have any money.
exactly, like it's a labor of love. They do it because they truly believe those people are innocent and they're just trying to do the good work. I think that there are defense attorneys out there, lawyers in general, maybe, I mean, who knows? But I think that there are people out there who take cases where they might be like, yeah, this guy totally did it in their head, but they believe that the system is set up so that even though this person likely did it,
No.
they deserve a defense. So they approach it in such a way that they're like, don't ever fucking tell me what actually happened, what you actually did. Let me, what are they like that?
Plausible deniability.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like if I don't actually know, then I can just do my job and provide the defense and all the rest of it, and the chips will fall where the chips will fall. I might win some, I might lose some, but if he knows, if the person knows that they truly did it, like their person confesses, then now you got to find somebody else because I have to at least be able to say that I did not truly know. You
I
never
don't
told me.
like that.
I think there are people out there that are like that.
I have to know from a standpoint of, do you love the law more than you love
There might be some of that.
doing the right thing? Is it
They
doing the right thing?
truly they truly believe in the system. I can't. The system is so broken. It's
It's
so
not a great
broken.
system. It's not a great system when you think that people like me are qualified to be on a jury.
Oh my god, I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it.
Don't
Oh.
please don't. I wanna be called for jury duty so bad, but please don't ever do it because I'm too eager to get on there. I will fuck it up as bad as I fuck up my timelines trying to be a lawyer and trying to true crime my way out of any fucking trial. Like, I'm gonna push my glasses up 100 times every fucking minute. I'm gonna take notes on a tiny, tiny notebook and then flip it up and back and forth because I want to do a good job. And at the end of the day, who does? Well,
I
I
f
don't know how to fucking be a juror.
I feel like
I don't know
the
anything about the law.
the anxiety of being a person on whether it's 12 of us or whatever, but that my voice would be part or the voice that would literally decide someone's fate. I don't want it. I don't want
I
that kind of
believe
power. I don't wanna have any part of it. I don't want, what if I'm wrong?
I
What if I'm
believe a
wrong?
jury of your peers should be
Oof.
a jury of people that are professionally trained to be a jury of your peers.
So,
Make it
they were
be people
talking
that are
about
everyday
this.
you and me, but they're like they go through training, they're certified jurors,
Yep,
and they get
yep.
a stipend, like not $15 a
Oh
day.
my,
Duh.
$10?
Right. Thank you that you
Give me
have
a
to give to
break.
your employer.
Give me a break.
Like a actual stipend. And they
So, they were talking about this, Patrick and Jillian were talking about this on
oh
one of
man, I
their.
didn't just make it up myself,
No, you're, like, spot on, sister,
but I didn't
that
say it first.
I don't know, but
Okay,
there are
fine.
people out there that think that there should be such a thing as a professional juror,
Yes.
and that these people know how to only look at the facts, man.
Yes.
Don't let the bullshit color your decisions, like, all the things, and there is no, like, Joe Blow, whoever ends up on a fucking jury, that they actually know, like, that's why I think if I had to pick a jury or whatever, if I was the one in trouble, I'd be like, "I'll take a bench trial." And I want the
For
judge
sure.
to be, because they know how to disseminate
For
what,
sure.
right? Like, it's a
Well,
crapshoot. It's only one guy or gal, but
yeah,
technically they know how
but
to ignore things.
I kind of hate that Ted Bundy opted for a bench trial because I really hate him. So I don't really want to do anything that he did. But no, you're right. I would say a bench trial is definitely the way to go. But I think lawyers make what do they call that? Like they have a whole training just on picking a goddamn jury.
Yeah.
Because you
And then
can
they
pick
have
a jury
people.
that, like, hello, Devil's Advocate. I mean, I know it's a fiction movie, but oh, so good.
It's so good. I love it.
So good.
But they know how to read people. I'm bad at that.
Do you know
I'm
who
really
knows how
bad
to
at
read
reading
people?
people. I always get bullshitted.
No. So here's what I am. I'm terrible at first impressions, but if you put me in a room full of people that I know, and it comes from one of the most incredible skills that I never, ever, ever knew I would learn as a hairstylist, it's
Hmm.
reading body language.
Mhm.
I spent 90% of my time in an environment where I couldn't hear a word this person was fucking saying. So I actively
Oh.
listened, but
Mm.
their body language
Tells you a
tells
lot.
everything you need to
Interesting.
know.
All
And
right.
because I was at the beauty school where you're dealing with, I mean, maybe mostly unhappy clients,
Mm.
you learn even more body language.
Mhm.
And there's mirrors everywhere. So you learn other people's body languages. It is one of the things that I have taken with me as I left doing hair and started going back in corporate.
Mhm.
I literally will sit in meetings and they're like, Lisa, you haven't said anything. And I'm like, nope. And I'm not gonna. I'm just going to sit here and take a tempo of the room. And people will ask what I thought later. And I'm like, okay, well, let me tell you, this person this and this person this. And I'm like, how do you know that? And I'm like, did you not fucking see them? Also, because other narcissists, they don't really want to listen to what other people are saying.
Mm.
I listen. I listen because that's all stylopists do. Stylopists, I said it. That's
Stylopists. I
all that
like it.
stylopists do is they listen. They listen, they listen, they listen.
I like
Mhm.
it. You have a superpower.
And now I get to
And now.
talk. And I get to share my wisdom.
There it is.
Okay.
All right, people. Don't park next to
Wait.
vans. Oh.
Thank you, thank you, thank you sincerely from the bottom of the cockles of our hearts for all of our little awards, for listening, for tuning in week after week. We wouldn't still be doing this without you. I mean, we would, but it makes it better that you're here with us.
I think it's nice that when we look at those analytics that even though it's a it's a slow
Yeah.
trend up,
Yeah.
it's always trending up. And like 6
We
months
haven't
in
trended
now,
down yet. Has it been 6
it's
months?
August.
August?
Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
So 6 months in, we're
Okay.
just like steadily climbing the mountain and it's really
And
cool.
I love a slow, steady burn.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't have the energy for a fast burn anymore. But
Can you imagine if it was like crazy, like, My Favorite Murder, where 6 months
oh my
in we
God,
had to
those
decide
girls
if we could
blew
continue
up.
working or whatever? I'm like,
I mean,
I'm
it's a
not.
great conversation to have.
It would be a great problem to have,
It's
but
a great problem to have.
wow.
I know I have state insurance right now, so
Yeah,
nope.
I hear ya.
Gotta keep that state insurance. So, yes, but thank you all for listening so much. We appreciate it. Tell your friends, tell your other people, tell
Rate,
your
review,
therapist.
subscribe,
Oh my
please.
God, rate, review, subscribe. Please leave a review. I can't keep leaving reviews on my own podcast. I haven't. I swear to God, I haven't. All right.
All right, don't park next to vans.
Roll up
Roll
your
up your
window.
fucking windows.
Come on, George. Let's go.
Executive produced by me, Marie Abenante, and my sister, Lisa Linsner.
Music by John Bartman, track Shooter on the Roof. Cover art by the talented and beautiful Alexis Guerrero.
And all of this is possible editing and recording using Riverside.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Bye.